How many points to get a ferret simple mode, or a ferret higher mode, or a ferret happy mode, or just a ferret mode? You know what? Maybe I need to start making these group goals, and we'll run a little like poll on what the new emote should be, and then we'll set some sort of group point goal. Everyone using the support the ferret emotes. Are we getting a ferret emote? How are the pets? The pets are doing really well, Ockham. Thank you very much for asking. Okay, well, that's working for the time being. We've got power enough at least to get people out with suits on, so we're not hitting this point where we're having issues with that yet, and we have at least gotten this place warmed up a bit. Let's go ahead and do some, right. Let's do some more sweeping, because this place is such a mess. Such a mess. And if I can at least get everything into one place, I'll be happier. Okay, where are we going to start? We don't need to be up there. Got to start somewhere. So make this a priority 8, please. We're going to sweep as much of this area as we can, as quickly as we can. Just filter this down. I am going to disable these. We don't need these to be powered for now. Got cooking going, got peeps running around all over the place. There we go, everything being turned off. Good, good, good. Lots of power being used. Right, okay, so we're going to set this up for everything. Going to set it to sweep. Going to set it to 8. Then we are going to set everything here to be swept on an 8. Let's just get this area cleaned up. At least somewhat. Let's go as far down as this. Actually, that area is not too bad. And then along here as well. Okay, let's get you going. Do the same in here, actually. And the industrial area cleaned up as well. Actually, I'm going to set this... Oh, yeah, I kind of want them to bring all of this stuff out to here, so I'm going to leave that on a very high priority for now, but... It isn't strictly the most necessary area to have it set up, but we'll see. There we go. Get rid of that crude oil. Very nice. That can all go down here. We'll slowly fill this place up. Make some more petroleum while we're at it. What are you using the igneous rock for? Oh, it'll be hatches, won't it? I think we're still feeding the hatches igneous rock primarily. There could be a few things. I'm still stunned that... What are these atmosuits then? Why? Okay, sweep that one. Where's the other one? Sweep this one. There we go. That should at least now be taken to where it needs to be. There we go. Slowly getting this place sorted out a bit more. Can we please get these broken down? There we go. We will gradually get to the point where, hopefully, we have a little bit more control over things. We do have a leaky oil fisher over here that I could hopefully hook up and start delivering some more oil. But the issue is we're not actually hurting for oil. We're hurting for petroleum. We're hurting for turning the oil into something useful. We've got the temperature up here. The steam is cresting over the 120 point. Oh, 130. 137. 129 at the top. Ooh, nice. I wonder why it's only 111 over there. I mean, I guess that makes sense because this is where all of the heat is being generated, but... Okay, so this is actually starting to rise. That's very nice to see. Have we got enough steel yet? No, we're quite far away from getting enough steel yet. Petroleum generators would be the next thing that I would really want to set up. I'm going to need just as much steel for those as well, to have those built over there. And in the middle then, I'm going to need pumps. Every so many. Let's just pause that for a second. One there, one can fit there, and one can fit here. But it doesn't leave me much room to get rid of the potential liquids. So I think one there and one there was my plan. Cancel that, yeah. And then we were going to have the pumps move the polluted water out. Well, we may as well pop the pumps in. That being said, if I pop the pump in, then I'm going to have to pay the steel. I think we'll live with the polluted water for now. I think the biggest issue is that this place uses so much power when it does anything at all. But eventually it will help out by raising the temperature up here. And then the steam turbine can actually do some work for us. I mean, I have given them a lot of work to do because we've got them producing a bunch of copper ore now. We've made all of the gold that we wanted. Where all the rest needs to be filtered through as well. It's going to take a little bit of time. But we're very gradually building up the temperature in here. What's the temperature of this coming out? That should be cooler coming back out. Like, a lot cooler, actually. We haven't got the power to cool the petroleum before it gets fed back in. Oops. That's not great. Where's this water coming from? I'm sincerely not certain. Let's mop it up if we can. Oh, wait, it's come down from up here. Right, yep, never mind. I'd kind of prefer it to run down here if I could get it to do that, rather than running down. Well, that being no, actually, I do want it going that way. Thinking about it, it does mean the Wheezeworts don't work here, but at least the water is actually dribbling into the main lake, which is where I want it to be. Is no one going to run on that? We've got a little bit of power still, but someone is going to have to run that eventually. I need to get those plastic tiles all the way up. Actually, that is a fairly high priority, so how about we run this all the way up? We'll get a drop-off point all the way up there. I could have a drop-off point all the way over here if I wanted to. Because again, I don't actually need it to be an exit point at every place that I have a drop-off. I can just let them exit the tube and then have to run until they get to another... a way to get back into the tubes. That works fine. Yeah, sure. I'll allow them to build those points in the tube network where possible. And that'll make it a lot easier for them to move around. Get a little bit more bang for buck, because I don't think it changes the cost for entering the transport network. It costs the same to enter the tube, no matter how far you're traveling. So, you know, it makes more sense for us to get them to travel further. Okay, they need to be swept right now. Oh. Actually, I shouldn't have accepted them. Damn it. Okay, I guess we're adding shovel eggs to the list of things to turn into omelets. That's not so bad, actually. Let's make that a much higher priority. I don't want those hatching in the middle of my base, because most of my base is stuff that the shovel could work through. There we go. Could you carry more than one at a time? I would love it if you'd carry more than one at a time. Do you know how expensive it is for you to exit and enter the base? Poor plane seeker. No one cares. Okay, advanced research, please, because then you'll be able to get to your next skill point a little bit faster. Okay, that's all been sorted out, though. Oh, really? No critter eggs there, please. Now can you move the shovel egg? But we've got quite a lot of items there now, which is actually fairly good. I do want to move all of these if we can. Slowly getting things into some semblance of order, though. Really, it feels more like we're kicking the can down the road, and I'm not actually making much in the way of progress towards our goal of not being energy shy all the time. One of the missing chutes is on top of the water purification room. Have we brought her across yet? Is that a very high priority sweep? They should be able to get over there to pick that up. Right, as much as I would like to stay, it's almost 7 AM, and I need some resemblance of sleep. Have a wonderful rest of the day and enjoy the stream. And remember, chat, all you need to help you get through the quarantine is a ferret. We need to know what kind of ferret emote, though. That's the next big question that we need an answer to. Not all ferret emotes are born equal, you know. I wonder, though, if we couldn't set up some, like, actually move the base's cooling in here. Like, if we grabbed thermoacutuners and had a bank of them across here, would we be able to run this as the base's coolant as well? What do you think, chat? A ferret in a teacup, now that is a good idea. I've been asking why we don't do that for a while. What, have this as our cooler? Well, I mean, there is a reason not to do that, and that is based on how much heat, how much thermal energy this room can manage. But I think we probably could, yeah. Maybe we should. That's going to take an awful lot of steel. That would take an awful lot of steel to set up. I would have to have this room running not on a... I'd pretty much have to have this room immediately start processing the steam once I hit 120. Rather than waiting for it to get hot until I've got enough steel. How much iron have I got? Oh, what I need is lime. I don't have any fossil or eggshells. Okay. Alright, we need to go on a fossil hunt. I didn't realize that was what was holding up my my production of steel. Now, there's a couple of ways we can get that. The malts from Pinch Poke shell, sorry. Pinches. I guess they do pinch, so it isn't as stupid as it first sounds. Okay, it's really, it's mostly stupid, but only just. Is there anywhere I can easily get for some fossil? Don't. There's a little bit of fossil over there, actually. Okay, looks like we're going up into this biome then. And of course, that means we're going to be getting all the way across here. Gone are the days of careful excavation. Now we just need a mass excavation. Oops. We are going to completely harvest that area. And then we're going to completely harvest this one. Then we don't need to do any more. We'll try and leave the abyssalite where we can. Can I get that all built as a 7 maybe? I'm not going to start excavating it yet. I want the structure in place first. Once we have that, it should help out. Currently, oh, this is not doing anything for us. Alright, Kitten, thank you very much for the 5 months. And the Science Man 20, thank you very much for the first subscription to the channel. Diolch yn fawr, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Poke shells are not terribly hard to round. You've just got to be very careful with the pinch row. Because they are fantastically good parents, basically. And will try to eat your face off if you mess with their offspring. I admire this quality in them, even as it makes my life difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little bit too low. Alright, let's just make my life easier. We are going to completely strip out this biome. It's time for some large-scale removal of the everythings. I mean, we've got plenty of water up here. We've also got a fair bit of oil, unfortunately. When are we going to start seeing... I wonder how old our oldest shovel is, because eventually they're just going to start producing so much calories. We've got a hunt... Wow, where's all that meat? Edible meat. Ha! Spoke too soon! Okay. Soup the everything. However, you know what? Actually, I don't even need to worry about that too much. Cancel the soup there. The reason why I don't need to worry that much in here is because it can't be... they won't eat it. And it can't go off. And that is specifically why I chose to use... CO2 as the cooling medium here. Even though that is not the best cooling medium, by quite far actually. Oh no, I really have to cancel all of them? That annoys me. Fine. I wish there was a way of me just saying, grab... You know, there is. I should just stop being lazy. There we go. But because of that cooling medium, It's sterile. If it was in pure vacuum, it would also be sterile. But because I needed something to cool the robo-miner, we're just pushing a tiny bit of CO2 through here. It's enough to pull out the heat from that device as it makes its way over to the pneumatic door and then vents into space. But the fact that the only gas in there is CO2 means that that will never rot. So we're fine. Which I'm pretty happy with. Aavak, I've been watching you since 7th grade, and I'm now going into college. I'm glad to be back and watching you after 4 years. Oh, welcome back, mate. That's wonderful to read. I'm so glad you found your way back here. Right, okay. Well, petroleum-wise, we are clearly not gathering the stuff, but it's not awful either. The problem with these is that they produce natural gas, though. One thing they don't do, however, is they don't vent. They don't leak. They don't produce any kind of liquid. I wonder. There's a part of me that's wondering if I shouldn't have them up in my my generator area over here, but I don't think we should, really. I feel that might be a bit rough. Rough to plan around, at least. How hot is this? 115, that's not too bad. How hot is this water? 67 degrees, that's not bad at all, either. Okay, that's going okay. But it's really the lime now that we need. We need to get more lime. Briar seeds. On that note, has the Pip planted yet? Why are you not planting, Pip? Why do you refuse me? I was certain the Pips would plant more. I was certain that Pip would be able to plant in there, but perhaps not. We'll have to see. Some hatchling eggs around here. The Dracos are eventually going to die just because we haven't got any cooling for their biome there. And we're slowly getting this plastic all the way up there, and that's going to help us. But then we need to get it all the way over here. And once we've done that, this is going to be a lot easier. Well, I mean, there's no way that we can bring enough power up there, realistically. We're running all of that off this tiny little wire. What I would like is to get the power spine up there so I could hook up an actual entrance to the pipe network, but we'll have to wait on that one, I think. Yeah, we need to continue to look for more fossil then. There's only a couple of biomes that are going to produce that. I think ultimately we need to start digging down more. We could enter from this biome to a certain degree. We've also got plenty of coal that wouldn't be bad to take back, but that's not really my primary concern. Right now, at least the duplicants aren't having too long of a journey in order to get over here and build what I need them to build. But still, it's not ideal. The other thing that we can look into, and something that perhaps should have already looked into, is setting this up, because it is free, but I would need to set up sensing apparatus to make sure that that doesn't break anything. Which is actually a lot more of a potch than I would like it to be. So maybe we'll hold off on that one. Is there any fossil up here at all? I'm not seeing any. Oh no, wait, here we are. Ah, my lord, I'm looking everywhere, but the place I needed to look. I knew there was somewhere with a good swell of the stuff. This is what we needed. This will get us some steel. I'm probably going to prioritize all of the jobs over here to get this place done as quickly as we can. I mean, I pretty much want everything in here anyway, so it isn't going to hurt me to prioritize it. Make all of that a priority 8. Let's try and get this work done as quickly as we can, please. Also skills. You're quite far away from getting any new skills. But on the plus side, you're doing a good bit of work. Well done, you. Oh. Oh, of course. Maybe these count as plants that are in the way of the pip. Good call. I'll take those away. Thank you very much for the info there. That could well be the problem. I'll laugh if it was. I do now need that moved, though, because I don't want that hanging around for the pip to try and plant. Not that I really mind if we had a mirth leaf in there, but... Oh, my lord. They're like, yeah, I gotta get out of here now. And then you pick it up and like, I can't leave. Damn it all. Well, I mean, you know, we're making some salt, which is nice. It'll make peeps happier to have a little bit of salt in for their food. Let's get this one gone as well. Well, actually, we'll have a... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oop! Exactly what I was worried about. Pip, you're a scoundrel. A cat. Someone come along and do this right now. Before going to sleep. I mean, this is now technically a park, which is good. They're getting a little bit of happiness out of that, but... Holy Rock, that was a fantastic call. Thank you so much for that. That worked out very well for us. Oh, my lord. What's the temperature in here? 138 down the bottom. Ooh, again, getting there. It's 150 odd in the middle now. You know what? I could set this one to activate at 150. Honestly, I could set this to activate at 130. 140 even. You know what? 140 it is. Let's cool this little area down a bit. Not that that's cooling it, of course, but it should be helping out a little bit. And this is going to give us a tad more power as well. Now, that is going to be moving through here. It's coming out at... oh, interesting. The water's actually... Oh, yeah. It's like coming out at 90 degrees, but it's warming up this room. It's going to happen. It's going to equalize it around 100 degrees, though. But then it's going to be warming this up to the same sort of temperature before dribbling back into the room. But this... okay, it's not giving us a huge amount of power, but it's giving us a steady 600 watts. That's 200 more watts in the hamster wheel at the very least. I mean, it's a far cry from the 2 kilowatts of the petroleum generators, but it's actually it's about the same wattage as a coal power plant. In exchange for heat. That's all it's using is heat. And it might be able to run that heat for a while as well. These temp shift plates are taking a while to warm up, though. They're slowly getting there. This room is gonna take a while to properly heat up, but it will get there. And for now, this is gonna just be happily making us some power for now. It's gradually dropping as it's using up the hottest steam, but you know, it's getting something done, at the very least. Now, the water coming out of here is at 95. It's slowly dropping temperature because it's spreading that heat out into the area around it. The time it's here, the time it's there. Slowly dribbling in. Let's have a look at you. 160 degree petroleum exiting our refineries. What we got there? Oh, quite a lot of table salt, actually. That's not too bad. Right, what we got? Bristle Blossom! Result! Let's go ahead and deconstruct you and deconstruct you. We will gradually get this working. Oh, my lord. Oh, that's a thing that happened. Ah, another pocket popped. That's fine, though.